Hello, my name is Deirdre Online, and thank you for joining me with this Facebook Live presentation. Thank you for coming here to hear the wisdom that I have gleaned over a lifetime of being a mystic, of seeing and working with the unseen realms since I was 4 years old, and surviving a series of traumas like we all survive in life. So from this, I was given from the divine presence a set of knowledge, a set of keys for all of us to thrive, survive, and live a glorious life. Even though life is filled with conundrums, kerfuffles, losses, and yes, joys. So today, in honor of Father's Day, I'd like to share a little bit about fatherhood as a path to enlightenment. In May, I spoke about motherhood as a path to enlightenment, work as a path to enlightenment, artistry, business, anything that you do in life is your path to enlightenment. You can embrace it. You can incorporate it into your spiritual self and see your life from that perspective. There's a wonderful quote. A father is a man who has two or more souls to save or lose. This is Justin O'Malley, author of Keystones of Thought. That is because the presence of father, the archetype of father, is the protector. The true patriarch is the spiritual pillar of our world in the masculine presence. The masculine energy is the energy that holds. The masculine energy, you can think of it as the banks of a river. The feminine energy is the river. And without the banks, the river would just, where would it go? Where would that energy, that water go? It would just dissipate. So the energy of holding, the energy of creating a boundary, the energy of groundedness, of nurturing, of protection, this male energy is essential to having a balanced world, a whole world, and a safe world. So we need the masculine, we need you men coming from a woman, and fatherhood. It's so important presence. Whether you have children or not, you have within you the father. You had a father. May have been a good relationship, may have not been a good relationship. But either way, you can create that father within you to serve in the highest for your own enlightenment and your own presence, excuse me, your own place in your family and your world. So the father who cares, who nurtures, who protects, you have a responsibility. It's a place of responsibility. It's a core value and a virtue. It's one of the, what I call the ropes of time and space that holds all of time and space together, is this energy of father. Because just as Thomas O'Malley said, you have two or more souls to save or lose. So it means being father that one must come from the open eyes of awareness, of being in the silent watcher, always being aware. Now, this is your intuition. Women, we have our intuition, but this is your intuition, your ability to sense what's going on. Someone around you, are they sinking or are they swimming? And then to take action, because the masculine energy is also the energy of action. You'll note here I differentiate between the two. I speak of a gender like a man, father, and I'm also speaking about an energy, masculine. I want to clarify this because we all have the different energies in us, masculine and feminine. We all have this. And then we have our gender, or we have the gender we identify with. It may not be the physical body. So wherever you fall in that, I hope you can take this information and incorporate it into your own personal life. So as a father, there is an energy of the intuition of the patriarch. We see this in Moses, who had a vision, who could see the way to take the flock, protect the flock, leave Egypt, and then along with his brother Aaron and his sister Miriam, part the Red Sea to be able to go to safety. The divine fatherhood presence has been the shadow of the past 5,000 years in our patriarchal time. And when I say shadow, what I mean by this is it's not completely the shadow, but it is something that has gotten swept under the current of the patriarch, which has in many cases become aggressive, overbearing, authoritative, taking over, raiding, taking what's mine. That's all the fatherhood gone wrong, gone off track. That's the energy of fatherhood that has yoked itself to the wrong ship and taken us into a great deal of pain. It is time to resurrect the divine presence of fatherhood, the divine energy of what that means, of those banks and those arms and that power that holds life, that helps to birth life, that cares for and protects life, caring for the planet, shepherding, husbanding the animals, caring for the tribe, leading the tribe, and taking action with wisdom. So enlightenment through fatherhood is to shift your perspective however you fall in fatherhood and see fatherhood as an opportunity to attain wisdom, to expand your own knowledge of yourself and the greater reality, to take right action and know when to take that action. Divine fatherhood also means to understand that vulnerability is a strength, tenderness is a strength. One of my most beautiful pictures is to see a new father with a brand new infant baby. There just seems to be nothing sweeter than that, even sweeter than the mother, because the mother has just gone through that huge endeavor of birthing, and but the father is just this present. It is so beautiful. So that energy, that vulnerability, I want to encourage you to just make that okay, to allow that place in you which exists, which is part of you, which is where your wisdom lives, that you access this and say, I can be strong, I can be a guide, and I can be the father of my family, friends, community, tribe, and I can also be very tender and vulnerable and have doubts, seek out counsel, gather information, gather facts, so that I can make a well-founded decision and take action from this. So that's also part of fatherhood as a path of enlightenment, is to gather facts, gather information, and listen deeply to what is being shared, and then connect with your own self and say, what part of this information is serving the situation? And now let me make a plan. Enlightenment through fatherhood really is, you are the great strategist, the strategist of enlightenment. I know we say that enlightenment just comes and you can't really control it, and that is true. So I'm not saying that you're going to control your awakening or that of other people. However, you can make a strategy. You can put it in place. You can make a plan. Everything in this world is better when there is a plan. Even if the universe comes along and says, I'm going to change the plan for you. And that's okay. We have to be open to morph and to kind of know when to bend. But making a plan, making a strategy, implementing that strategy, and doing all of this from the perspective of, I am here to open my eyes to see the world through the eyes of my soul, through this ancient being that has existed for billions of years. This presence, the Adam, the man, the Adam Kadman, the first man, the man of mankind. And I, as this ancient being, presence, can tap into the divine source and myself and see a plan, have a vision, and then speak of the vision with my staff, implement and have a strategy for this vision to be manifest. Now that, my friends, is the meaning of the kingship, the true king. I'd like to ask you to throw out all of our beliefs of what a king is based on what the ego has created. But in the ancient Kabbalah, in the Tree of Life, and in the ancient Christian Vedic teachings, the king is the presence of attainment, the presence of the masculine becoming the full enlightenment and manifesting that into this third dimensional reality. Now, it's interesting to note that in the Kabbalah's Tree of Life, that within the kingship, which is Malhut, is the Shekinah. So the king is protecting and holding the divine presence of God, which is feminine. The Shekinah being the divine presence here on this planet, the divine earth herself, the life force that creates all of existence, the spark of the all that is, that lives in this third dimensional world. So within you as the king is the feminine. And that as the king, you are protecting, holding, manifesting this light. And at the same time, open and knowing that this light, this divine feminine presence, is what gives you life. It is the fountain of life. It is the wellspring of creation that gives you life in order for you to be the king, the enlightened man, the true patriarch. Well, let's take a moment and let that all sink in. That was a lot of information really fast. So now I'd like to just go into our initiation. I hope that this little piece of mystical knowledge can help bring you happiness, joy, bring your life into balance and harmony. And please, if you have any questions, come visit me. Drop me a line, and I'd always love to hear from you. And remember that you are sacred, that manhood is sacred, that the masculine is sacred, that you are goodness, you are caring, you are needed now more than ever in our world. Yes, we all know where the masculine, where the patriarch has gone awry. We don't need to point that out anymore. That's done. That's come out into the open. Now, let us heal. And I want you to heal. I want you to know, as a man, that your divine presence holds up the half of the universe, and that we won't make it as a species without your contribution and your very sacred, powerful presence. So thank you. And let us now take a moment for our initiation of the sacred man. And I'd like to ask all of us to say a special prayer to send this presence out into the world, to heal our world, to heal our communities, our countries, to pray that the energy of the masculine comes into alignment as the sacred man. Pray that this enlightenment, the fatherhood of mankind truly becomes the king of goodness, the guiding wisdom, this vision, the strategy, the implementation, the care, the tenderness, the heart of Father, our Father. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass upon us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Blessed to you, all fathers, blessed to you for your service to all of us, the women and the children and the families and the community. Thank you. We honor you with the utmost gratitude. The invocation the divine fatherhood. I am the staff of life. I am the sword of truth and benevolence in action. I am the kingship, the conduit of victory and right action, of goodness over evil. I am the container. I hold my sacred family and world in harmony and union. My feet grounded upon the earth, I walk firmly, holding the shield of order, harmony, and protection. I am the enlightened Father. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day and a beautiful Father's Day. Thank you.